Hi, I'm Ken, an estate planner at Macmillan Estate Planning Corporation. Today's topic is making the most out of your Canada pension plan. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. Please ensure you obtain further information and professional advice relating specifically to your situation. Considering what's going on currently in the world, it's important to seek opportunities to regain a sense of control where we can. Getting your retirement back on track and understanding the role our pension has to play in those plans for recovery. The current market has made many more cautious and less tolerant of risk. So again, understanding the options and weighing up the risk and reward associated with those options is also key to ensuring you achieve the retirement you want. A little bit about the basics. The Canada Pension Plan benefit is based on contribution during your working life. Contribution begins at age 18 to 65 and maybe beyond. Contributions are mandatory for employees and employers equally at a rate of 5.25%. Annual benefits are adjusted for inflation to protect and preserve purchasing power. As of 2020, the maximum pension amount for a 65-year-old is $14,000. For many people, an often question asked is, when should you start Canada Pension? There is no simple answer to this simple question. It really depends. Factors such as your objectives and priorities, health and longevity, and other retirement resources have positive and negative impacts to your decisions. For the sake of simplicity, it's best to look at your option as a choice between 60, 65, and 70 years old. Numerically, at 65, you get a base pension amount of about $14,000, or this is 100% of your entitlement. If you elect to take your pension earlier, at say 60, the base amount is reduced by 36%. That's about $9,000 a year. If you elect to take your pension later at age 70, the base amount is increased by 42%, or $20,000 a year. The difference between pension payment at 60 and 70 is an extra 122%. Let's analyze this from a different angle. We can look at it from a simple break-even analysis. What you're seeing here is 3 lines, and what the line represents is a 60-year-old taking pension and cumulatively accumulating that pension, a 65-year-old and a 70-year-old. Where the line intersects is the break-even point. So what we're trying to look at is, if you were 65 and you want to compare it to a 60-year-old, how long will it take you to receive the same amount of pension? So the answer is, it takes 9 years to break even between collecting at age 65 compared to age 60. You can say that you'll be 74 before you break even. It also takes 13 years to break even if you were collecting at 70 compared to 65. In this scenario, you'll actually be 83 years old before you break even. And surprisingly, it also takes 9 years to break even when collecting at age 70 versus age 60. Keep in mind that the average life expectancy in Canada for an individual is 83 years old. What this means is that numerically, there is very little differences of when you should take your Canada pension. So what we need to consider is the other factors, such as opportunity costs, your appetite for risk, and your longevity. So consider your longevity. Your health, lifestyle, and family history can help you determine your longevity and make this decision for you. Opportunity cost. Your other retirement resource, such as registered asset, investment savings, and corporate retained earning, plays a role in your retirement cash flow. If you defer Canada Pension, you'll likely withdraw from these other resources first. This would impact future return and income, as investment balance available in later years to generate income will be reduced. Also, these other resources of income may impact your tax rate and old age security preservation strategies. Your appetite for risk. We face many risks in our later years. Risks such as market, inflation, and longevity. Deferring Canada Pension may reduce these risks. If you deplete your other resource earlier in life, there will be less investment impacted by market volatility later. Canada Pension provides inflation protection and guaranteed payment for life, which means that you won't run out of money in your later years. However, you must consider how long you'll live for and your break-even age when you make this decision. What it ultimately comes down to is what is most important to you, and the best plan will ultimately safeguard your significance. If you would like to understand your options in more detail, please do not hesitate to contact our office for a complimentary virtual consultation, where a planner would be happy to speak with you about your retirement objectives. Please contact our office at 1-833-266-6464 or visit our website at macmillanestate.com.